What is going on, everyone? It is Tal, and I'm bringing you week 4 of CNL Season 9. Now, if you haven't seen the last video, I definitely would suggest checking it out, but we made some changes to the team. Even though we were 2-1, decided, there was just some mons that I didn't feel like I was using to my full potential, and Meowscarada got dropped and had to pick it up, and yeah, just a couple changes here, but some of the newbies, if you didn't check it out, Meowscarada and Salamence replacing Urshifu, Single, and Mega Latios. And then we have the Screamtail and the Heracross as well for a little bit more depth, and we also have Trapinch. So no Mega. So a little bit different. Most teams have a Mega. We do not have a Mega on our team, but that is okay. We don't need one. But yeah, so going into this matchup, even before I made the trades, I was worried about this matchup, and then even after I was worried about this matchup, I think the main mon I was worried about going into it was Mega Lucario, but the more I did prep and whatnot, there are other mons that definitely give us some problems, namely Amoonguss and Mamoswine. Mamoswine hits our top 3 so hard, and even into the Snorlax it can hit pretty hard, so it had to be pretty creative. Has moves that it has Freeze Dry, so it can hit the Alola, can hit Screamtail pretty hard even if we're defensive. It has Stone Edge for the Moltres and has Earthquake for the Clodsire, so, and also has Ice Shard for priority, which is pretty good against the men. So I had to think about that, had to think of some strategies. Amoonguss and its Spore was really a pain to deal with, so also had to figure out some stuff for that. So he has a very speedy team. We helped, we fixed our speed pretty well, now with Meow and Screamtail and Salamence and Heracross, so we fixed our speed, but still a really scary team. He's got the Terra Captains in the Arcanine and the Hisuian Electrode, has priority in that Klefki, and then some hard hitters in the Roaring Moon in the Enamorus, which are also pretty fast, and Rotom Wash, which can kind of do it all, but I don't expect it as much because it could die to like a Specs Magearna or a Flower Trick from the Meowscarada, and can't really do much into our Jolteon. So the first mon that we are bringing this week is going to be one of the newcomers. It's going to be Salamence, and we are bringing a very interesting set. We're bringing a bulky set, a lot of speed, a lot of HP here. Substitute Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Dual Wing Beat. So we are adamant. We're basically just bulk and speed, but we're still adamant, and we have the Dragon Dance with a Moxie ability. Substitute is for that Amoonguss and the Arcanine. Arcanine can be kind of bulky and be a little bit of a pain with like Toxic and Teleport spam, so really wanted to be careful about that, as well as Amoonguss. So being able to set up a substitute and then basically wall the Amoonguss, set up some Dragon Dances, and go crazy. The only thing that this doesn't do great against is the Rotom. We do not have a Dragon move. I did have a Dragon move originally, but changed it out after having to make some changes. I really wasn't winning mocks, so I had to make a lot of changes. This is like the 3rd or 4th iteration of this team. This is the first one that could like really win, but it's been a little bit of a struggle, but definitely running a lot of bulk here, and yeah, trying to take some hits from the Arcanine and then fire off some heavy duty Earthquakes and Dual Wing Beats. Next mon that we are bringing is a Banded Meowscarada. A lot of bulk here. I believe we could take like 2 Ice Shards from a Choice Band Mamoswine after we Sucker Punch the first turn. So it's very interesting. A little bit of special defense, a little bit of defense, a lot of HP, a lot of speed, and a lot of attack. Triple Axle is for a lot of these mons. Roaring Moon and Enamorus, the Hisuian Electrode, and the Amoonguss. U-turn is for General Pivot. This is most likely going to be our lead. There's actually one other mon that may be our lead, and I've been kind of going back and forth, but it'll depend. Flower Trick is for just general damage, but big into that Rotom Wash. I have to bring it, as well as into the Mamoswine, and then Sucker Punch for big damage and priority, as well as changing our typing. We are Protein, so we can change our typing with Sucker Punch, as well as get some stab on the U-turn and the Triple Axle. Next one we're bringing is Magearna, running a Calm Mind Iron Defense set. This takes hits really well from the Enamorus. We're Iron Defense, so we can take hits from the Arcanine and the Roaring Moon, as well as if we can get a couple Iron Defenses up, we can take hits from the Mamoswine, and then a good amount of special attack. Bold Nature, Leftovers item, again, a substitute, so that we can completely wall the Amoonguss. I basically want Amoonguss to be a setup fodder, It's against us. It wants to click Spore. We click Substitute, then start Calm Minding up, Iron Defensing up, and then he gets into a little bit of a pickle. Next one we are bringing is a different Alola Mola set. We've been running Rocky Helmet every single week. Now we are running Assault Vest, Max Special Defense, Careful. We are running Mirror Coat. This is for Special Mega Lucario, as well as the Enamorus, as well as if you want to run some stuff on the Rotom or the Electrode Hisui. Play Rough is specifically for that Roaring Moon, so we're not completely walled by it. Flip Turn is for the Pivot, and Knock Off is if I'm just getting a little bit annoyed at something and want to get off its item. This is going to be our big answer into the Enamorus and into the Lucario. Can kind of throw them off, think we're going to go for a Flip Turn or a Wish, and then we click Mirror Coat and just knock something out. Second to last mon is going to be a very different set here. It's going to be a bulky Heracross. Not something I ever anticipated. I actually was running Scarf for a majority of the mocks, and then was going back and forth between Heracross and Screamtail and Jolteon and Claude and Moltres and even Trapinch. I kind of was bringing everything. Was also bringing Snorlax for a bit. So kind of a little bit of everything in these final mocks. Knew I need those top 3, but everything else was kind of up in the air. But this may be our lead as well, because it's a huge answer into the Mamoswine. We could take some big hits from the Mamoswine and then fire off a counter if it wants to go for Ice Skull Crash. Also is a ground resist, so we can take those Earthquakes. A good amount of special defense as well to try to take some hits from that Mega Lucario or from the Electrode Hisui. And yeah, just a little bit of speed so that we can outspeed a no speed investment Rotom. Wash, Impish Nature, Leftovers, and then we're Guts just in case he wants to Will-O-Wisp us and he thinks we're like Moxie or something. Last mon is going to be the mon I'm looking forward to using the most in this. We are running Terra Fighting, Substitute, Calm Mind, Stored Power, Jolteon here. A lot of speed, enough speed to outspeed a max speed Roaring Moon. Rest into HP, a little bit in defenses, and then we threw the rest into special attack. This mon completely walls a lot of his team. Not a set he's probably going to be expecting. I've been running just basically electric moves and Terra Blast and Alluring Voice. That's probably what he's going to be expecting. He's going to bring in the Amoonguss against us. I can substitute up and then just start Calm Minding. That is the plan. I think he's going to bring bring Amoonguss in against us, and then we can just start sub and Calm Minding, and then he doesn't really have a big answer into us at all. It really is just that Mamoswine, but if we're subbed up in front of it, we have the Terra Blast Fighting. Terra Blast Fighting also just hits the Mamoswine, the Roaring Moon, the Lucario very hard, and then Stored Power can kind of deal with the rest of it. So that is going to be the team for this week. 3 newcomers this week, and then the 3 mons that we've brought every week. I brought Aloe, Mag, and Jolteon every single week, but they've been doing pretty darn good for us, and bringing in the newcomers as well for some physical presence. So that is going to be the team, and let's just jump straight into the battle. See you there. Okay, so we are in the battle right now, and basically brings exactly what I'm expecting. Brings Terra Fire on the Arcanine, so making me think that probably is more likely to be banded. Doesn't bring the Roaring Moon, so I face the second half of the 5. There's no Rotom Wash, instead was facing Roaring Moon. So what do I want to lead here? I think a pretty safe lead. Like, it's either Magearna, or sorry, not Magearna. It's either Meow or it's Heracross. I kind of like the Heracross lead. But if he does go, he could be Scarf also on the Arcanine. I think we go Heracross. The counter isn't going to be as beneficial. He could think we're Scarf. And I mean, also, like, Jolteon could be pretty good. I think I'm going to go Heracross, though. If I can get my spikes up, he doesn't have a way of getting rid of it. So he does have Defog on the Rotom, but I'm not really afraid about that. Aloe looks really good into this matchup. Nothing can really touch Aloe that much. Maybe Banded on the Arcanine, but he leads Rotom. That is fine by me. I'm just going to Spikes. He's not going to be expecting this. He goes straight into his Amoonguss. That is completely fine by me. He can either... I mean, he could Spore. He can Toxic. Anticipating a Toxic, I think I want to go Magearna. And if he does Spore, it's also fine, because then I could just go straight out into my Jolteon and start setting up. Jolteon looks really good here. He does go for Sludge Bomb. So he could go for Spore here. I will substitute. If he wants to go into his Arcanine, he can. I would assume it's Banded, or yeah, it's probably Banded, and then Terrifier and Burn Up. So I'd assume the Burn Up is going to be coming out. Is Burn Up a physical or special move? I've actually never seen it used before. So I'm actually quite curious. Arcanine, Burn Up. Burn Up special. Okay, there is the Arcanine. I think the Burn Up comes out here. I'm pretty sure a Burn Up comes out here. So I kind of just want a Draining Kiss, and then I could switch into the Aloe. That is what we're going to do. Yeah, I either you're going to Flare Blitz or you're going to Burn Up. He does just Flare Blitz. That is fine by me. Get the Draining Kiss, 9%. We should be back up to around full. I will go into our Salamence. He does go for Toxic. Okay. I'd assume you'd switch here. I think I just want to dual Wing Beat, anticipating the switch into Enamorus. Could also teleport, take the hit and teleport. But he is Terrifier, which is very interesting, but he's a more bulky set. So that is interesting to know. Glad I didn't go Aloe, though. He definitely expected Aloe. I mean, I guess now I could go Aloe. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to switch straight into Aloe, because if he wants to go Enamorus, that is fine. If he wants to go into the Amoonguss, that's also fine. He's not going to click Toxic again, because I could be like Dragon Dance and start sweeping. So yeah, we are faster. He is going to switch into the Amoonguss. We can see right here if he is the Rocky Helmet that I assume he is. And I think I could just go straight into the Salamence, because he probably still thinks that we're just... Oh, he goes Rotom. Oh, this is interesting. I mean, could go Meow. Meow's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna go Meowscarada. He probably thinks that we're just gonna Flower Trick. I will go for the U-turn just in case. I don't think he's Scarf Will-O-Wisp, so I'm not too worried. There's the Amoonguss. Okay, is it the set I think it is? It is Rocky Helmet. Okay, I'm gonna sit for a bit. This is the position I do want. I want him to think that we're a little bit confused or something, but I'm always going Jolteon here. I think, honestly, Jolteon can sweep from this position. I mean, he does have the Sludge Bomb. Does Sludge Bomb... I'm wondering if Sludge Bomb actually takes out my sub. Amoonguss. Because I face Clear Smog, but not Sludge Bomb. If we're Terra Fighting... Oh, it does. Okay. Kind of makes me not want to do that. I mean, it would be really, really nice to be able to just go, and then if he does, he's not gonna Sludge Bomb. He's probably just gonna Spore. So yeah, I will go Jolteon. I don't think you Sludge Bomb here. I'm not gonna Terra. Actually, I don't really think it matters if I Terra. This position, it doesn't. I also thought that Poison was resisted by Fighting. I don't know. I guess it's Fighting. It's the other way. Fighting is resisted to Poison, but we'll see what he goes for here. I assume a Spore would be coming out. Him thinking I'm gonna Calm Mind, or a Clear Smog would come out. If we can keep our substitute up at the end of this turn, I think we're set for this game. So basically, if he does anything except Sludge Bomb, he could just think we're going to Volt Switch and go into Mag, and get some free chip. Or he's just going to go straight into Mamoswine, which I also think is a possibility. Let's see if we could just kill Mamoswine from full. No, but we do a heck of a lot of damage. Enough to where I would just Maybe I would Calm Mind. If we Calm Mind, we definitely kill. So maybe actually if he switches in the Mammo, we click Calm Mind. But we're going to see how this turn goes. I knew it's going to be a pretty... Yeah, all the bulky mons are coming out right now. The spike is good. Okay, sub. He goes for Giga Drain, which does not knock out our sub. Okay, we may be in the clear. We may be in the clear to win this game. We're going to start Calm Minding. Giga Drain fades our sub, but now that we're +1, I do not believe that he can knock us out with Sludge Bomb. Sludge... Or take out our sub. He cannot, unless he's, like, super heavily invested. So that is really good to know. And, yeah, I mean, he's not going to have any real priority except for Bullet Punch and Ice Shard that can, like, do real damage. Extreme Speed. He goes into Arcanine. That is fine. We're going to sub Arcanine. It's going to do a good amount of damage. How much does Stored Power do? Stored Power does less. We are going to Terra Blast here. He's going to Terra Fire. We're going to get the Terra Blast off. We're going to do 34. Wow, that is bulky. That is so bulky. That's like max special defense. Yeah, we're going to go into Salamence. Morning Sun. Yeah, that thing is so darn bulky. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think we EQ here. I mean, you could just switch into Rotom. I don't think you Flare Blitz or anything here. Like, what do I want to do? Maybe just go Aloe? I don't think you Toxic here. I don't want to DD because... I'm gonna sub because I don't want to DD just in case he does go straight in the Mammo and then it's a waste. If he has, like, Icicle Spear loaded dice... Okay, is he going to teleport? Yeah, he's going to teleport. So I would assume the Anam or the Mammo would come out here. They're realizing my whole plan is to click Substitute this entire game. That was basically the plan going into this, was to just keep clicking Substitute, because Amoonguss then can't really do anything. But yeah, I assume if he hasn't clicked it this fast, I would assume that Mammo is not like loaded dice Icicle Spear, or like Rock Blast or any of that, which is good. But yeah, I mean, sub looked pretty good into this matchup. There's not too much he could do. So, I mean, Rotom would be a little annoying. Salamence is getting weakened. The Toxic really does hurt. There's the Enamorus. Do get hit by the poison. We will just go for dual Wing Beat. Salamence on an Enamorus should do about half. Yeah, no bulk, it does 60 to 70%. And I assume that this is going to be Scarf. I assume Enamorus is Scarfed. Or Specs. Life Orb, I'm hoping Scarf. Like, I think you Moonblast here. So I think the play... Yeah, he definitely doesn't think we're going to switch. Yeah, Amoonguss is going to be really annoying. He's probably got, like, Spore and then one other, whether it's Synthesis, Clear Smog. Haven't really seen a lot of moves. We've only seen moves on Amoonguss and Arcanine, and we're 14 turns in. And he's seen a move on every single one of my Pokemon. So that's something to know. He knows that we... can't be Scarf on anything except for Meow. He goes for the Moonblast. Please hit. 1, 2... Yeah, that seems about right. Probably should think the switch is coming. I will go Aloe. Because... I could go Mag. I think I will go Mag. Could go Aloe. I'm gonna go Aloe, yeah, because I anticipated the Arcanine was coming out. Do I mind if you Toxic me? Not really. I think the chip is actually kind of nice. I think Heracross would die. I'm going to flip turn. I think you're going to Toxic. Or you're going to think that I'm going to go straight back into my Ments. And you're not going to Toxic. But I think Toxic's pretty free. Not really the position I want to be in, to be honest. This Arcanine has been actually really annoying. So not exactly. He does go for Toxic. Okay, how much does Flip Turn do? Flip Turn does 34. That feels like a lot. That's looking like max HP, but no defense. Looking like no defense. I think it's specially defensive. But I don't think my Heracross outspeeds. I don't think I put enough for no speed. Should have put a little bit more speed. Meowscarada I don't think will kill with anything. Snow. So I think I have to go Ments. He hasn't seen Earthquake. I think I just want to click Earthquake. Because I don't think you're anticipating it if I've only had Dual Wing Beat. I think you're expecting maybe Iron Head. I don't know. I think I have to risk it this turn. I mean, I could just sub. Like, last time he stayed in. And when I click sub. So he's not really fearing this. And I think an EQ will knock this out. Yeah, an EQ will knock it out. Please stay in. Because once this is gone, I think Jolteon is kind of set. And I also think that Heracross is kind of set. And Aloe. And Meow. I think everything's kind of set once Arcanine goes down. I didn't click Earthquake on you last time. I should have. But I didn't. So what are you going to do? You're going to... I think he's going to predict the sub and just stay in and teleport. Nice. Salaman's picking up its first KO of the season. So that is awesome. He's going to go in Nam here 100%, and I'm going to go Aloe 100%. That is how these turns of events are going to go. I mean, can I... I can't calc for anything on a Nam, which kind of sucks. We're at 45%, but Men's picking up a KO. Pretty happy about that. Our change is actually coming to fruition. And he goes into Mammo. Interesting. I think Heracross is kind of the Mammo answer. But I think I will go Aloe. Because I just don't... I think you're just going to Ice Shard. Well, if I think you're going to Ice Shard... I'm just going to go Heracross, actually. Because I think you're just going to Ice Shard, or you're going to EQ, predicting me to switch into Magearna. I don't think you ever Icicle Crash here. I can't stay in. But we can check out his set from that. Maybe get another Spike up. Here comes Heracross. And he just goes into Rotom Wash. So I'm actually completely okay with this. Could just go Amoonguss. I kind of just want to set up another Spike. I would so he's leftovers. That's good to know. I mean, also I could just go Jolteon. Ooh. Anticipating like Volt Switch. I think I will. I think you're just going to Volt Switch. Ooh, Defog. Okay. Yeah, would I feel pretty comfortable subbing? Hydro. Okay, you hit. Oh, this is going to be annoying. You know what? I'm just going to go Aloe. Hydro does 9. I think you're just going to Volt Switch. So I will Mirror Coat. Volt Switch to 24. I do want to calc that. Alomola, Rotom. This feels bulky, but I'm also very defensive. 24 is looking like no special investment. And that did a ton of damage. Think you will, like, Synthesis or something? I don't think you Giga Drain. You could Giga Drain. I think I want to go Ments. I think I'm going to go Ments. You do synthesis. Okay. I think you're going to expect the dual wing beat to come out here, and I think I should just go Meowscarada, because dual wing beat would do a ton, and you do go into your Rotom. Very nice sequence of events. Could expect the Flower Trick, but I think I'm okay with that, because I can kind of just switch around. Could U-turn, could triple. I think I want a U-turn. Okay, he does go into Among Us. I mean, I feel like it's Jolteon time. And I think it is. So I'm going to Calm Mind first. Really hope that Sludge Bomb here does not poison us. I don't think... Okay, please do not poison us. Please do not poison us. Okay, that is good. I will sub. Because now you cannot knock us out with anything. Jolteon, please. Jolteon, take us home. I could sub Calm Mind. Keep doing that. Unless he gets a crit. No crit. No crit. Nice. Very nice. Calm Mind. Okay. So, Jolteon versus Among Us. Yeah, I have to sub. Please no crit. Spore. Oh, huge. I almost just clicked Calm Mind there. So good read. Sludge Bomb. We're +3. The Sludge Bomb should be doing like... We could actually get another sub up. Okay. You know, maybe that wasn't my best play. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Enamorus cannot knock us out. Or probably cannot knock out our sub. Actually, no, Moonblast should do enough. Maybe not my best play, but it's okay. You can only bring in Mamo or Lucario, I believe. Mamo may not have Shard if it's switched out on Mence. It was a weird switch. It was a really weird switch, I'm not gonna lie. This game is taking a very long time. I do apologize. But yeah, I mean, it was gonna be bulky. Just need to get Jolteon positioned against the Amoonguss. So he does go Mamo. Oh, this is huge. This was the one thing. Okay, I see. He's gonna Shard. And then he's probably gonna go into Lucario. Or he's gonna go into Enamorus. And I don't know if Enamorus can actually knock us out. I would assume Enamorus knocks us out. If it's Scarf. So let's check. Enamorus. Scarf. We are plus... Oh my god, I don't think it knocks us out. Oh my god, it doesn't knock... Oh no, Terra Fighting. It does knock us out. Okay, because we are fighting. But he isn't going into it very quickly. So, that's something. Yeah, max special attack, Timid, would knock us out with a Moonblast. Let's go. He does go Enamorus. I mean, I assume you're Scarf. Do I want to switch? I mean, if I think you just have to Moonblast here. I mean, if you're not Scarf, I win. If you are Scarf, what do? I go into Mag. And I click Sub Calm Mind. Is that what I do? He's not Scarf. Sometimes you just gotta be ballsy. Sometimes you just gotta be ballsy. Rotom comes in. I'm gonna sub. Because... you cannot knock us out with anything. Hydro. Oh, he gets the crit. Oh, he gets the lucky crit. Stored power or... Let me see what's going to do more. Oh, that crit actually super matters. +5. +5. Yeah, we stored power here always. Stored Power Jolteon. And I assume that means that Lucario is a special set if he didn't bring it in sooner. Terra Blast, and Jolteon is going to pick up 5 KOs here to get the 6-0 and bring us the 3-1. Our actual MVP this season, it's been unbelievable. This one is actually a freak of nature. I have loved this one. Yeah, GG's. To Volca, very flexible with the timing of this battle because it's been crazy for me. But yeah, GG's. Jolteon is the MVP, and I'll see y'all in the next week. Peace out, everybody.